Crypto-backed stablecoins unlock some serious yield opportunities, but it's also a risk versus reward kind of deal. And because I want you to be safe, I'll show you exactly how these stablecoins let you earn yield through leverage, farming, and collateral loops while avoiding the main traps that can wipe out all of your gains. Hi, I'm Linda, and if you want to see more content like this, please consider delegating to my MALU pool or to me as a Cardano DRep. Links are in the description. And a quick reminder, this is not financial advice, just my personal thoughts. Always do your own research. Crypto-backed stablecoins are a key component of any DeFi ecosystem, as they allow you to take loans against your existing assets without having to sell them. And in quite a few jurisdictions, this is not a taxable event. That means that you can seize new crypto opportunities or enjoy spending in the real world, all while your original stack keeps working for you. Crypto-backed stablecoins are literally built for action, not for storage. The volatile nature of their crypto collateral, plus interest payments on the collateralized debt position, make them pretty unusable for long-term holding or parking your gains. They are the stablecoin to take opportunities with during a bull market, because your crypto collateral will typically increase in value, which will boost your loan's health and help offset any interest you rack up while putting those sweet stablecoins to work. In other words, you can sleep easier. As of right now, Cardano offers a few different crypto-backed stablecoins: iUSD by Indigo, OUSD by Optim Finance, OBUSD by Big Blimp, and there are a couple more on the horizon. Alright, before we get into all the opportunities, let's quickly talk about how they work and how you can get your hands on them. Over-collateralized crypto-backed stablecoins are backed by cryptocurrency reserves. And because crypto is so volatile, for every $1 of stablecoin minted, a protocol-defined amount of ADA or other tokens must be locked as collateral. This process is called opening a collateralized debt position, or CDP. So let's head over to Indigo to mint some iUSD. Launch the DApp and connect your wallet. Then you want to open a CDP, so click the CDP tab and open CDP. Select the iAsset you want to mint, in this case iUSD, and type in the amount of ADA collateral you want to lock up. Your collateral is locked, not sold. Review the amount of iUSD you will receive. Now, the over-collateralization ratio typically ranges between 120 and 180% for most crypto-backed stablecoins. This excess collateral acts as a buffer against market volatility to help maintain the stablecoin's peg, even if the collateral's value decreases. So, if the value of your collateral has fallen significantly and is nearing the minimum collateralization ratio, you may be required to add more collateral or risk losing all of your locked assets due to liquidation by the protocol. So here you have the option between 155 and 175%, or a custom amount. Which one you choose depends entirely on your risk level. So to play it safe, I personally would go for the custom 400% over-collateralization ratio, because I really don't want to get liquidated and lose my hard-earned ADA if there's a large downwards price movement. And this also means that I will be outside of the range that allows users to buy iUSD on the open market and redeem it against my collateral. So when you want to swap your stablecoins back and retrieve your collateral, the protocol burns the stablecoins and gives your locked collateral back to you, minus any applicable fees. So with that out of the way, let's get into the yield opportunities. By minting these stablecoins, you can leverage the value of your existing crypto holdings to buy more crypto and make a profit by speculating that the price will go up. So here's an example. Let's say the price of ADA tanks and goes down to 50 cents, but you're pretty convinced that the price of ADA will go up again. So what you then want to do is: Step 1. Head over to Indigo and mint a whole bunch of iUSD using ADA as your collateral. Step 2. You then take that iUSD and sell it on the open market for ADA. For every iUSD you dump, you get 2 ADA in return, because ADA is at 50 cents and iUSD is worth $1. Step 3. You then wait for the price of ADA to go up to when, let's say, it reaches $1. You take all the extra ADA you got from dumping iUSD and buy back the iUSD that you sold and repay your debt position. Since the price of ADA has doubled, it will only cost you half as much ADA to buy back that iUSD. The remaining ADA that you're holding is profit, minus the interest rates. However, and here's the risk, if the price of ADA goes down instead of up like you thought, you could lose all of your ADA in a liquidation event. Remember the collateralization ratio I explained earlier? So if the value of your ADA collateral drops too much, you might need to add more collateral or risk liquidation of your assets. Or if the price of ADA takes too long to go up, then all the accrued interest may eat into any profits that you make, or it may reduce your collateral to a point where you face liquidation. So please keep in mind that this is a gamble after all. And if that is all too risky for you, alternatively, you can use crypto-backed stablecoins in other yield-generating opportunities, like providing liquidity on a DEX, participating in lending protocols to earn interest or fees, or in Indigo's case, providing them to stability pools. Now for this, you actually don't want to mint iUSD by locking up your collateral. Instead, you want to buy it on the open market on any Cardano DEX, because the interest rates of minting iUSD will really chew into your gains. Because if you look at the interest rate of minting iUSD, at the time of filming it sits just under 18%. So you would need to find higher yield farming returns than this just to break even. So that's why in this case you want to buy your iUSD on a DEX instead of minting it. Okay, now let's head over to MinSwap and see what they offer in terms of yield farming. Just click on the Earn tab, the Farm tab, and type in iUSD. You'll see a few options. Now, there's an iUSD and ADA pool that offers a 14.5% return, and this isn't too bad. But when you think about it, you pair your iUSD with a volatile asset, which is ADA. And the problem here is that because of that, you can actually suffer loss on two fronts. The first one is that you have traded your ADA for iUSD at a fixed rate. And now let's assume the price of ADA goes up. In that case, if you had simply kept your ADA, it would now be worth more than the iUSD you received. So that's the first loss there. And then you subject yourself to impermanent loss on a DEX. And considering that, 14% might not be that great. Anytime when impermanent loss is a threat, you really want to look for high APYs to offset any loss you might suffer. Now, you'll also see a USDC and iUSD pairing with 22% APY, and this is pretty good. Not only is the APY higher, but it's also a stablecoin pairing, meaning you won't suffer impermanent loss on the DEX. So if you supply your liquidity, you'll get your rewards paid in Min, ADA, Indi, and USDC. So to start yield farming, you first have to provide liquidity. So let's head over to the liquidity tab. If you hold both iUSD and USDC, you can just type in the amount you want to supply. And if you only hold one of them, don't worry, you can zap that one in and the protocol will sell a portion of it to purchase the other stablecoin pair for you. Now, unfortunately, I'm too broke to show you the process, but just go ahead, sign a transaction, you know the drill. So once you've done that, you'll get the LP token. This is your receipt, which you will need when you want to pull out your stablecoins again. So keep those LP tokens safe. Now for the second step, head over to the Farm tab, go to the pool and hit Supply. And that's it, you've now supplied liquidity and started yield farming. Have fun watching your rewards go up in real time. Another option is to lend your iUSD on Liqwid. At the moment, they're offering a 13% supply APY, so just hit supply, sign the transaction, and check your interest payments in the dashboard. Now, the APYs for lending and yield farming can change, so keep an eye on both options and see which one works best. And just as a side note, because safety is important, as for crypto-backed stablecoins, there is the risk that the smart contract holding the collateral backing these stablecoins could be hacked and drained. And I know this caution message sounds scary, but it's only fair that you understand all of the risks, no matter how unlikely they are. And that's it. I hope you found this video helpful, and feel free to share some of your favorite strategies in the comments, because sharing is caring. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!